Hi, and welcome to the Fiverr Outsourcing Secrets video series. In this video series, we're going to talk about how to outsource by using the $5 system that Fiverr.com provides. So let's go ahead and get started. This particular video is video number 1, which is the introduction and how to use Fiverr. So what I'm going to do is talk briefly about Fiverr, what kind of tools you're going to need, how it all works, and then I'm going to show you in part 2 how to use Fiverr.com and how to get started. First of all, I want to give you a quick overview of this video series. First video is of course this video, so I'm not going to go over that, but the second video is we're going to go over the key to finding good Fiverr freelancers and avoiding the bad ones. In this day and age, you're going to run into people that are going to try to scam you and so forth. I mean, it's only $5, but if you find the wrong freelancers, then you will end up spending a lot more than $5, plus you're going to waste a lot of time. Video number 3, we're going to talk about how to hire article writers and research type people to research your product content and so forth, your press releases and things like that at Fiverr.com. And video number 4, we're going to talk about social bookmarking in relation to Fiverr. Video 5, we're going to talk about social networking, which is like Facebook and so forth. We'll talk about Facebook ads, Facebook fan pages, and how to outsource things like that. Video number 5, we'll talk about how to outsource backlinking to help your SEO, search engine optimization, your profiling, and how to avoid spammers. Video number 7, we'll talk about how to find graphic artists and video editors on Fiverr.com. And video number 8 is a bonus video. We'll talk about how to turn a freelancer into a long-term assistant, somebody that can work with you on a long-term basis. And of course, lastly, video number 9 is another bonus. We'll talk about how to negotiate cheaper deals and make a freelancer happy. How can you negotiate with a freelancer to get them to do a little more but be happy at the same time? I'll show you more about that in that video. And those are 9 different videos. And here's what you need. You need money, of course, because you need $5 here and there. Depends on what you want to do and how much you want to do, but you're going to need money. And you're going to need a PayPal account. If you don't have a PayPal account, you'll need to find a way to get a PayPal account, because in order to use Fiverr.com, unfortunately, you need a PayPal account. And you need to figure out, what are you going to outsource? You see, before you can outsource or go to Fiverr.com, I recommend that you sit down, get a pencil and get a paper, sit down somewhere quiet and figure out what you need to outsource. What are the tedious tasks that you're facing in your business, and what can you outsource to somebody else? How does it all work? Well, it's pretty simple. The first thing you want to do is you want to figure out what to outsource. That's the first step. The second step is to find freelancers on the Fiverr system using this specific video series system. Third is to pay $5. Of course, you're going to need more than $5 if you hire several people, but initially you're going to need $5. Then you want to wait. And of course, you want to hire somebody, pay $5, and that's the whole process. You want to wait, you want to follow up with them just to make sure that they are doing what you want and they're on the same page as you. And then you want to give them feedback if improvement is needed. You give positive feedback and thank the freelancer. Now, that's really how it all works. There's a little more than that goes into it so that you can make a successful, use freelancers to run your business successfully. With that said, let me show you how Fiverr.com works and how you can get started with it before you move on to video number 2. So I want to show you how to use Fiverr.com. As you can see, I'm at Fiverr.com, and I want to go through and explain everything about the site, but I don't want to talk about necessarily how to find, good Freelancers because I'll be talking about that in the next video. Now, as you can see here, the first thing you need to do if you haven't done that already is join the site. Click on join, enter your email, username, and password, and that's it. It's so easy to sign up. In fact, Fiverr, when you're dealing with freelancers, keep in mind that they don't really ask you for your first name, last name, or anything like that. So these people that do things for you for $5 do not know your identity, which is good in a way. You don't need to tell your information unless you want to. So that's just out there. So as you can see here, on the right side, you have a bunch of categories. In these categories, you'll find different Fiverr gigs. And you'll notice different jargons here and there. Like when they say gig, a gig means a project. So Fiverr gigs are projects. So if you go in these categories, you'll see a bunch of different things like social marketing. The primary ones that I use for when I outsource are graphics, video, social marketing, writing, advertising, and business, and sometimes programming, not very often. But it really depends on you and your business and what you're looking to outsource. Now, the way to navigate around this is here. So what I do is I generally like to type in a keyword. So let's say, for example, that I want somebody to write articles in specifics for e-zine articles. So I would say something like e-zine articles, and then Fiverr would tell me, everything that deals with e-zine articles. Now, because I'll dive a little more deeper into article writing in a different video, I won't talk too much about this, but I wanted to show you that I'd highly recommend that you use the keyword search versus the category search. Now, in the beginning, when I was looking around, I did category search because it's pretty neat just to go through and get acquainted with, what is out there. Now, what Fiverr will do is the most popular, keywords and stuff like that will be listed up at the top. So as you can see here, a lot of people are searching for blogs, a lot of people are searching for Twitter, reviews, Facebook, followers, and so forth. Now, keep in mind that not everything that goes on at Fiverr.com is ethical. For example, a lot of people will try to, get you to pay them $5. In return, they'll give you a review of your product. That's not necessarily ethical. But as you can see, just like any site, things go on. So you want to pay close attention and be very careful into terms of what you're looking at and what kind of freelancer you're dealing with. Now, another thing that I like, if you go through Fiverr and you don't find, any gig that you like or you're looking for, then you can always request a gig, and you can log in and you can request gigs. So you can say, I'm looking for somebody who will do this and this and this. All you have to do is type that in here and choose a category. And what happens is you will have people contact you. Let's say, for example, one time I could not find a gig on a specific niche. Like I believe it was iPhones. I was doing a CPA offer on iPhones, and I wanted somebody who knew a lot about iPhones to do a review on iPhones to show people, what you could do with an iPhone. So I put up here, I said, I want somebody to do a video that talks about iPhones so that I could give, good tips and good tricks and things about the iPhone. Now, I didn't find anybody out here that could provide it, so I typed that in here, and I found 2 people who contacted me and were able to give me that information. So I don't want to go too much into detail about that, but as you can see, it's very, very easy to use. All you have to do is join. And one thing is, I'll go ahead and log in so you can see what's on the inside. So as you can see here, I logged into my account, and you can see you have unread messages, blah blah blah. So you have an inbox. Everyone has an inbox where you can have communication. Then you can click on profile, and this is basically stuff I like, which are favorites and settings and so forth. You can start selling yourself, or you can act as a buyer. And if you click on payments, you'll see your payments and stuff like that. Now, Fiverr in the beginning, the only downside with Fiverr in the beginning was every time you had to pay for a gig, you would have to go through PayPal system, pay $5 every single time. However, now with Fiverr.com, they have a system called Quick Pay, as you saw at the top. It's called Quick Pay. Now, I'm not going to say that word because it's a cuss word, but it's called Quick Pay, and basically what Quick Pay is, it says Quick Pay is activated. The new, easier way to pay on Fiverr. No more logging into PayPal. So basically all you have to do is you have to have a PayPal account in order to use Fiverr.com. If you don't have a PayPal account, that's unfortunate. You probably can't use it. But with PayPal, now with the Quick Pay activation here, every time I buy with a new gig here and there, let's say I buy 5 gigs at one night, that's $25. If I do that, then all I have to do is click a button, click a button, click a button, and it automatically charges my PayPal account. So as you can see, it's very, very easy to use, and it's really easy. So what I'm going to do is, now that you understand the process and how to use the site, let's move on to video number 2.